Hi, I'm Kevin, and welcome to Greywater Gaming. This is a short series of my second playthrough of the demo for the upcoming game, the Riftbreaker. Riftbreaker, which will be available on Steam later this year, is a sort of top-down action RTS hybrid, where you, the Riftbreaker Ashley, are tasked with exploring a fresh new alien world. You build a base, including defenses, resource collection, production, and other infrastructure, with the end goal of creating a two-way portal to Earth, opening the way for further colonization. The inhabitants, various species of alien life, do not take kindly to your intrusion. You must defend your base with various walls, towers, and your own customizable combat deck. These are a few of my favorite things. My first playthrough had recording issues and was also quite short. If you just follow the instructions, it sort of keeps pushing you forward towards the end. It's a demo after all. But if you stop following at a particular task, you can kind of build and explore the tech tree and such at your leisure, which is something I try and do here. This is my first shot at making a Let's Play, so I do hope you enjoy it. Let's get into it.
Rift jump successful.
And we're in.
Sensors online, weapons activated. We're ready to go.
Riftbreaker Novak, please report.
Houston, this is Ashley. Reporting rift jump successful.
Roger that. Begin field base setup.
Ashley, construct a headquarters building to secure our presence here. It will allow me to reconstruct if my armor is destroyed. We've located a carbonium deposit.
We don't have enough carbonium to build an HQ. Let's scout for a deposit and set up our base close to it. We need to move quick. It's probably a matter of time before the natives spot us. Okay. Move on to the deposit and start drilling.
Alright, so rather than... So before, I just dropped my deposit the first place I saw, but I'm actually going to kind of equidistance myself between these two deposits to start with. So let's get some carbonium. Walk on up, hold spacebar to manually mine. Not ideal, but it's how you have to start off.
We've gathered enough resources to construct a headquarters building.
Finally.
Control.
Let's place it close to a carbonium deposit. This will help us speed up resource production. HQ construction in progress. Sometimes I wish we could fast forward this part of the simulation.
Captain Novak, let me remind you that even though this is a simulated training exercise, you are expected to perform as if it was your real mission on Galatea 37.
We need to expand the base. Let's build a carbonium factory to do the digging for us.
Yes, we've got much more interesting things to do. Let's automate this.
Alright, let's see. Clear the area. I want to get some deposits going here. So, I'm going to try and set this up as efficiently as I can this time, so I can try and survive that last wave at the end of this. That's kind of the goal.
Not enough carbonium.
That's be interesting to see if I can. Let's see. Armory to start manufacturing extra equipment. A tower ammunition factory to start making ammo for towers. Now that is the thing that would have greatly helped me before they get special ammunition. I can do special crafting, which we need armory for. We have our weapons available. I do like the machine gun for now. Left hand. Find that the sword is a little just too useful here. So let's try, I forgot we switched between them. Yeah, we don't really have anything else available. There. Oops. Got and research. Build the communication hub to enable research. So we'll try and do that. I don't know how far we can go on that, but we'll try.
Our base will require huge amounts of power to operate. Right now, we can only construct some basic power plants. Wind turbines and carbonium power plants.
Wind turbines are less effective, but they work around the clock. Carbonium power plants are very effective, but they use up the deposits that they are placed on.
In the beginning, it's best to use a combination of these power sources. We can balance energy peaks and shortages by storing excess energy in energy storages. Also, remember to connect all buildings to the power grid using energy connectors. They connect all buildings within their area of operation, even if power lines are not visible.
Just trying to get enough built up here to... I think I need at least 100 for this. You know, we'll just start off with a wind turbine. We're gonna kind of build them in a group.
Not enough carbonium.
Let's get the power.
Not enough carbonium.
Not enough carbonium.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's just finish building the factory to start up. There we go. I don't strictly know if we need power for the base, but might as well connect it. Because then we can connect power lines off of the headquarters.
Ashley, I'm detecting a lot of movement to the west. We should build up a defensive perimeter around the base.
Let's set up some walls and sentinel towers. Focus our defenses on the western direction. They never changed the beginning of this exercise.
Come down,
Captain Novak, we all know your renowned scientific background, but your combat performance in the previous simulation was far from spectacular.
Slaughtering indigenous creatures was never my area of expertise.
Since you've already done this a couple of times, we've introduced some new additions to this course. We'll see what your area of expertise really is.
We have one carbonium power plant in here. Build the base to connect our power grid. You see here we have losing 8 power a tick a second. Don't know how often it checks. At least produce a tremendous amount of power. I'm actually going to build a little more. 'Cause nobody likes mining by hand.
Not enough carbonium.
Just curious, can we fit one more in there? Let's put ourselves here. Now, I believe the wave won't start until you satisfy those conditions of the wall pieces and whatnot. So I'm going to build one more. Alright, now I can go kind of ham here. Now I could defend what I've got so far, but I also want this deposit as well. Plan ahead a little bit. So you know what, we will start building our walls here. So, get some basic walls going. I now here have some impassable terrain. Ooh, I have a lot of impassable terrain here. Kind of joke of, oh jeez. That snuck up on me. I'm getting as I incorporate that into part of my wall. Oops. Guess that's where that first tower's going. There. More wall. Put that defense line there. I don't think they'll come around this far. It's going to attack from the west. Towers down this section. First wave's not all that impressive, so we don't really need it.
I don't have enough AI cores to support any more defensive towers. You will need to construct additional AI hubs to expand our defenses. Remember to build more power plants before you do that. AI hubs consume a lot of energy.
We also want solar, but we need more for that. So we're going to... We'll just move along here and our turrets. I think my idea here is I might want to try and make a separate power grid for defenses. So that way if I do something stupid while building the base, I don't have to worry too much about losing everything. As long as I don't run out of resources, I can just keep dropping these all day. Now let's build some energy storage as well here.
Not enough carbonium.
Alright, now a remote power station like that should be fine for running the turrets, but I'd probably want to build the AI things in here if I'm going to be building some carbonium power plants, which, speaking of whom, let's get another carbonium plant here. And one more carbonium. Oops. One more factory. The nice thing is if you place them close enough adjacent, you don't need to run wires. There are also events which are nice that will increase the wind speed, or there'd be more sun, which is always pretty cool. That's, I think, where you'd really want some extra storage. Alright, now we're going to run these right next to the hub.
We don't have enough resources.
Because if they get this far, we're screwed anyway. And that should be fine. We've got plus 32. Nice. So once I build more turrets, these should come in. I don't know if they're going to come in down there, so I'm going to build some additional walls here. Just go kind of nuts on the defenses. So why not? It's a defense game. I should probably build a gate. Build some more of these.
Ashley, remember to connect all buildings to the power grid. Energy connectors distribute power to all buildings within their operating radius.
For that, I should probably create some more power generation for the turrets. Actually, my local grid's not bad. Yeah, better safe than sorry. Thankfully, these don't produce a lot of power, but it's a one-time drop in carbonium. I don't have to worry about it draining the fields. Again, I don't know how much I have to worry about that since this is just a tutorial. And I can create a portal. Can I just drop these? Do they not use power? Because that would be pretty awesome. Didn't say it needed any resources. Let's connect some stuff up. Nice. That's actually huge that we can just use those to jump around. The great thing is you don't need to be near another... You don't be near another vortex or portal to jump to
but
one.
we should
Just
try to
pop up on the
surround
map
our
and
entire
just go.
base with walls and defensive towers.
So let's see. Waves coming in. We can build one more tower. So can't help but think they're gonna attack this upper section. Oh, need more ironium. See, they only gave me enough to build a certain amount. But these are important. Because I can't shoot over the walls unless I'm on one. Which, you know, especially in a very big wave, I don't want to lose myself in there. I'll just drop these over the place. Then let's make another gate down here.
I'm detecting a large group of creatures heading towards our position. Prepare to fight.
We're ready for them, Mr. Riggs. Remember to use repair kits if necessary.
Nice, that should be good.
Base is under attack.
And base being attacked up here. Yeah, I can swing the sword from here? Oh, I can. Just wipe them right off the walls.
Carbonium storage is full. We should construct more storage buildings.
Nice.
I'm not detecting any more hostile creatures in the base's vicinity.
Well done, Captain Novak. The purpose of this training exercise is to prepare you for intense combat situations. This simulation is based on our long-distance scans of Galatea 37. They may or may not be accurate. You will be alone out there. There will be no communication back home until you can stabilize a rift portal back to Earth. You will have to rely only on your skills and your mecha suit.
Mr. Riggs is the only companion that I need. We can handle the unknown. Just let us do our job.
Let's see, repairing. The short repairing is R. There we go. I don't think much got damaged, though. No, we actually did quite well.
Actually, we should further secure and expand our base. You can build more defenses, or go out and clear out hostile creatures' nests to prevent further attacks.
We didn't have any time to study the creatures that are attacking us. The only thing we can do right now is to fight them or strengthen our defenses. We'll need a steel factory to build more towers. We'll have to find an ore deposit to build one.
It seems that these special resources I can pick up by slapping around mushrooms and other foliage lend themselves to research and crafting. So, my material storage wasn't good enough before. I'm going to pick up the rest of this. Can I knock this down? Go ahead and break up these shards and what have you. Alright, so let's probably jump ahead on the game a little bit here. So I'm going to leave that nest to the west. I believe that's one of the big triggers for the end of the game, and as far as I can go, as far as stopping time to let me do what I got. Because once you hit a certain point, it just triggers a timer and the last wave, and then that's the end of it. That. I'm going to seal this up. I might want to make a further outpost out there, but I like to kind of compartmentalize. Nice, that's fine for now. Gives me time to react to stuff. Let's do these guys. Nice. I can just jungle through with your machete. More guys. I have to be mindful. I haven't blocked off this other section yet. Which I probably should do so. Building of carbonium anyway. So let's get more walls in here. So I walled up to there. So go ahead and... oh dear. I can't tell if I missed that or if it was broken. I just missed it. Do a little corner here. I do love that you can just hold down, just slap walls down wherever. Now, as it stands right now, I believe the game is supposed to be single player only. But I don't know if it's going to be that way forever. Like, I assume this, to me, would lend itself very well to multiplayer. You got one guy going out and clearing stuff out, and another one just sitting back and building the base. Now here we don't have a whole lot of cover to work with. I'm going to head up to this. Before I go nuts building that wall, I'm going to go up here and look for, because there is a special deposit up here of a different resource. You know, this is pretty far. I don't think I would be able to defend this whole area. So, you know, probably keep doing what I'm doing for a moment. Just do... Straight across here. Woo! And then, since we have that there, we can just cut right across to this train here. And I gotta fill all these holes that way. Don't particularly need to fill in the corners, but I'm a little neurotic. Alright, we'll have to man all this with walls, but with turrets, but for now, that'll do me. Let's make another gate so we can get out of here. And we'll go exploring. Also might want to build more material storage. That's plenty of space. I'll probably also improve my power here, since I have the spare resources. I'd like to rely on carbonium generators for as little as possible. There we go. That brought me down a bit. Okay. I'll wander up here. Now, this is going to have to be its own base up here. Not much to do about that. The nice thing is the AI cores, they seem to be global. You don't have to be up to the network.
This looks like a large deposit of ore. Build a steel factory in this area and power it with a carbonium power plant.
Now, one cool thing is we can switch weapons. I just haven't been doing that, so I can drop rockets on people, but we don't have a means to get our ammo back yet, so I've been using those sparingly. I do like the blaster on the left hand though. That's a satisfying weapon. And if I'm using two melee weapons, I can fire both at the same time, or if I'm using the sword, I can't fire while attacking. But the sword has its own advantages. The nice thing about over here is a very tight, very defensible location, so I don't recall if I actually revealed the whole map when I played before, but this might actually be the only area that we can get the ironium, which we will need for our advanced structure. Oops. Get out of there. Alright, so we will build an ironium factory. So we'd probably fit two of these on the space, unless I can off-center it. Looks like it. Now, I was talking about not using up the carbonium for too much, but there's not a lot of space up here, so we're gonna have to. I can't just go ham on solar power like I can in the main base. Connect it. I'm going to build another
okay,
one of
Mr. Riggs,
these.
we've got steel production up and running.
These are just free. Seems like you just slap these down.
I would strongly advise you to place a rift portal near this factory. This way, we can quickly get back to this location if it comes under threat. It would also be advised to place additional sentinel towers to defend this outpost. Remember to connect the towers to the power grid using energy
Back and
connectors.
build another.
Select any of the available rift portals to instantly teleport to that location. Traveling through rifts is almost instant and doesn't consume any resources.
One more, I think.
Steel.
Nice. And then we can just jump right back up, which is excellent. So I really can just bounce around, and it does encourage you to get in there yourself. As useful as the towers are. Alright. 2 towers there. 2 towers
Not
here.
enough steel.
Oops, need more steel. Yeah, they're working on it. That could also help us along a bit. That should be more than enough. Nice. Let's build our... Oop.
Sentinel towers are ready. They should be able to fend off small groups of attackers.
Okay, we have not triggered anything big, I don't think. Which Which means we are free to optimize our facility here. So I'm going to build another...
I'm detecting hostile creatures heading towards our new mining outpost.
Okay, that did trigger.
They're not going to give us a break, are they?
So biomass power plants, precipitate biomass from destroyed foliage. So that can help us. I don't think that the towers can handle themselves here. I'll just... Again, I forgot to put down those little ramps in the top bottom of the screen. But we'll switch over to our blaster. It's just too much fun not to do. Nice. Alright, now we very much need to...
We've defended the mining base, but I'm sensing another attack heading towards our headquarters. We should return there quickly.
The HQ has a permanent rift portal. We can rift jump to its location at any moment. Let's go.
So first... And then we'll jump on over. So it's just great having the melee weapon, just be able to sweep them right off the walls. Yeah, see, now this is right. I didn't put any towers here. So let's fix that. Still up. We'll have to repair down here a little bit as well. Oh, we're alright. Power these, so I don't have to worry about little attacks, at least. Now this local grid, see there's local up here, so this is my power grid down here. So we are breaking even on power, which I'm uncomfortable with that, so let's build up. Now we also have solar panels available.
Base is under
So
attack.
I'm going to build 3 more of these. So I don't think I have enough towers to handle all this. We will fix that in time, though. We'll switch to rockets.
Tower destroyed.
Yeesh. Alright, I gotta get around here. Fire some rockets!
Base is under
I can just
attack.
wait under the fray. Especially these ranged guys will just sit back and do damage while all those little guys run up and
Air
clog up the
humidity
towers.
is rising. It's going to rain in a moment.
I believe that interferes with our solar panels, if any.
It's raining. It will decrease the output from solar panels until it stops.
There we go. Some more towers there. Build a little here. So it seems to be the area that gets hit the most. So our local defense grid here is that plus 170 power. That's odd. Guess we just have so many. You know, probably the bonus from the... I'd like to see a little hand there. But since we're getting so much, I might as well build a bit more storage. Just to give me a hand here.